Good morning and welcome to Cooking with Steve. It's a great morning for a cup of coffee and we're going to make a nice breakfast skillet. So let's go ahead and get started. I already have the skillet getting hot. It's on about 4 on the stove right now. So I'm going to go ahead and add some olive oil. And as you saw in the ingredients, I went ahead and I diced up some onion and some ham. Let's get those going. This is a real simple breakfast to do. It's nice, delicious, colorful. A little bit of prep time, but not too bad. So you might want to give this a try. It's awesome. Get a little braise on these. I'm going to go ahead and use my onions and my ham to move around the skillet and get the oil spread out evenly. Because when we add the eggs, you'll want a well-coated skillet for the eggs. Now, as you saw, I had on the ingredients some nice farm fresh eggs. I've got a local friend that helps me out. So I went ahead and I whisked those up with a little bit of milk. Forgot to add the milk in the ingredients, but it's just eggs and milk whisked up. Set those aside. They're cooking up nicely. I like to stir probably more than I need to, but let's get these going. I'm going to go ahead and let the eggs cook up a little bit, and then we'll be back. Well, as you can see, the eggs have been firming up nicely. I'm going to go ahead and season them. I'll use a little pepper, some salt, some paprika, a little bit of garlic powder, and at this point I'm going to go ahead and add our baby spinach leaves. I've gone ahead and I've washed these previously and pulled the stems off of them. It won't take long for these spinach leaves to cook, and they also kind of shrink up a little bit, so I don't want them to cook too awful long. Mix them in with the eggs. Add some really nice color and a little bit of veggie for your breakfast. One of the things that I like to do in my cooking is use farm fresh products. We have a local farm here called 9 Acres. They host a nice, really nice farmers market in Kamado, and they gave me this mozzarella cheese. She makes it on her own farm, milks the cow, the whole deal. It's absolutely delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and spread some of this farm fresh cheese. Like I said, it's mozzarella. I shredded it earlier. So grateful to have friends like Andy and Shannon. And while that finishes cooking, I'm going to go ahead and turn off and put the lid on. Now, if you remember from another episode, I had used a plate to cover the skillet because I didn't have a lid for it. But my wonderful sister Carmen sent me out this lid. She was a little tired of seeing me use a plate. She didn't want me to burn myself, I guess. So I'm going to let this come together, and we'll be back and we'll serve it up. Our cheese has gone ahead and melted really nicely. One of the things I really like about these cast iron skillets is that after you turn off the heat, there's still plenty of heat to finish cooking the product. So our eggs weren't quite done, the cheese wasn't melted, but by turning off the heat, you don't really burn anything, and it allows everything to cook nice and slowly and melt the cheese, and the eggs come out perfect because you really don't want to overdo eggs. So let's go ahead and remove our lid. Get us a nice sampling of this. Oh, look at that cheese. Fantastic. Going to be a good breakfast. Oh, that cheese is wonderful. Alright, maybe I can get it broke off here. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab a fork. Get us some spinach, some egg, and some ham. Some of that delicious cheese. Can't seem to grab the egg. Here we go. Oh, wonderful, fresh. Everything's delicious once again. Thanks to my sister Carmen for the lid, and Andy and Shannon out at 9 Acres. Alright, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Well, that concludes today's episode of Cooking with Steve. I hope you enjoyed spending the time with me because I sure enjoyed spending the time with you. If you would, help me out by subscribing, liking the video, and sharing it with your friends. And as always, please remember to live modestly, speak humbly, and enjoy life fully. We'll see you next time.